One of the joys for the holiday season is hosting. Inviting your friends and family into your home and spending quality time with them truly is a blessing around this time of year. We want to help you today to reduce the stress and anxiety that can sometimes come about around hosting an event or hosting guests at your home during the holiday season. We want you to feel confident and prepared going into this time of year with our 10 tips for holiday hosting. Hello, if you are new here, my name is Jacqueline Poole with Mod Assistants. We are household management and business admin experts, and on this channel, we take the years of experience from our team of personal and virtual assistants to help you within your home and at your business. Welcome back to our 30 days of holiday prep. Every day from Black Friday to Christmas Eve, we are posting here on our YouTube channel, providing content to you to help you get prepared for the holiday season. And today is all about hosting. This video is going to include tips for hosting a holiday party or event, as well as tips for hosting guests at your home for long-term stays. Before we get started, please be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. We have some great content coming up, and we'd love for you to follow along. Now let's get started. For today's video, for our 10 tips, we're going to walk through the household as if you are inviting your guests into your home. So we're going to start with the entryway. As soon as your guests come into the home, one of our biggest tips is to have space for their coats, boots, and cold weather gear. This is going to look a little bit different for everyone. If you have a closet right as you walk in your front door that you can make some space in, be sure to do that. Move all of your coats out of that space, leave the hangers there, so when your guests arrive, you can very easily grab their coats, take their boots, and put them into the closet and close it away. If this is not an option for you for whatever reason, or if you're planning to host a lot of people for a holiday party, we suggest getting a coat rack. That closet we just talked about, that's going to fill up really quickly. But one of these coat racks will hold so much more than you think. And for most of us, it's going to be easy to set it up right in the entryway when everyone first arrives, have the hangers ready, and honestly, most of your guests will grab a hanger, hang up their coat, put down their boots and gloves without even you having to do anything because it's right there and accessible for them. As we continue through the house, next we're going to talk about preparing your powder room for guests. This might not be the most intriguing topic, but it is of course really important if you're inviting people into your home. You want to make sure your powder room is not only clean, but also stocked with the essentials so your guests don't have to come to you if something is missing. If you don't already have a place to hold extra rolls of toilet paper, get yourself something so you can have 4 or 5 extra rolls. You can find a lot of affordable options at your regular stores. We also love to have some form of extra hand towel. This might be having some disposable paper hand towels if you are having a lot of people at your home. That's likely going to be the easiest way to make sure there is a dry, clean option for your guests after they wash their hands, or you're preparing to have guests for several days during the holiday season. Find a place in the powder room for some extra hand towels. One thing that sort of drives us crazy for parties is when you go into the powder room, you wash your hands and you go to dry your hands and the towel is soaked, simply because so many people have used it. That is going to happen no matter what. So just have a solution by stacking some extra hand towels there. Depending on who you are having in your home, you might also want to have some tissues available, possibly some wipes for children. And it's always nice to have a candle or a room spray of some sort in that bathroom. We all know why. We don't have to get into that, but it is a nice thing to have to keep the space inviting. While we are on the topic of keeping a nice, clean, welcoming home, you also are going to want to stock up on products in preparation for your guests. This includes a few different things. First things first, cleaning products. You want to make sure that you have all of the necessary multi-purpose cleaners, extra hand soap, extra dish soap, and most importantly, a good stain remover. If you are having a holiday event and you're serving red wine throughout your home, it is possible that something may spill. It happens. And when that does happen, your guest is going to feel really bad. And to help alleviate that situation, it's great if you already have a stain remover ready to go that you know works. You can come over to the rescue and they don't have to feel bad whatsoever. Some other extras you might want to keep on hand is laundry detergent if your guest would like to do some laundry, or shampoo and conditioner, body wash, soaps, the types of things that your guests might forget if they're coming to stay with you for a long period of time. Now let's make our way into the kitchen. Now before we start talking about cooking and preparing the meal for your guests, a really important thing to remember is to ask for any dietary restrictions ahead of time. In today's day and age, a lot of your guests might have dietary restrictions, and you don't want them to come into your home and feel like they are not welcome because there is nothing that they can eat. It is really easy to do. Send out a quick group text message to everyone that's coming. If you did an Evite for your event, it's really easy to add in a message and just ask if anyone can privately let you know if they have a dietary restriction. And that way you can be sure to have an option or two for them so they can enjoy the party just as much as everyone else. Something else we love to do ahead of time is to decide how you'd like your guests to contribute. If you are hosting for a holiday party, a lot of your guests might request or even insist that they do something to help with the event. Depending on someone's personality, a lot of times they feel like they have to bring something for the event. And in that case, it's better to have some ideas prepared so you can tell them what would truly contribute to the night. If you would like to fully be in control of your menu, the food you are serving, telling one of your guests to bring wine or some kind of beverage that they like is a really easy way for them to contribute to the night. Another great thing to do if you're not necessarily a baker is to ask some of your guests to provide the dessert. Maybe have a little bit of a cookie swap. That way each guest can bring one of their favorite cookies or dessert options, and everyone at the party gets to enjoy what others have contributed. Bottom line, have some ideas on what to tell people, how they can help, because they always want to. Okay, now let's get down to business in the kitchen and talk about meals. If you have watched any of the videos on our channel here, you probably have come to realize that we are big fans of meal prep. Meal planning and meal prep is something we are doing every single day for our personal assistant clients, and it is something our assistant team has become really great at. And we see the benefits of meal planning and meal prep every single day, and especially during the holiday season. So take some time well in advance of your holiday event or of your holiday guests arriving and plan out what you will be eating. This is going to include having extra beverages, snacks, easy things for your guests to grab should they be really hungry after the meal is over or before you're ready to plate the meal and put it on the table. When you are picking out your recipes, try to pick out recipes that do not take a lot of last-minute work. If you've ever attended an event at someone's house and you see them scrambling in the kitchen at the very last minute to get everything on the table, it sort of puts you in an uncomfortable position where you feel like you're intruding on their space as they're preparing everything. You don't want to do that to your guests. So find recipes and do as much as you can ahead of time before your guests are arriving. And then at the last minute, you just have to grab everything out of the oven and maybe place it down on the table. You want to save very little work for when your guests are actually there. We have several videos here on our channel all about meal prep and some recipe ideas for the holiday season. We'll be sure to link that up above and it'll be down in the description box below. Now let's head into the guest room and discuss some tips that we have when you're hosting guests for an extended period of time during the holiday season. You want to have an open drawer or space in the closet in the guest room for them to hang up their items. You want your guests to come into your home and be able to get comfortable, unpack, and relax. And in order to do that, they're going to need to have a place to put all of their items from their suitcase. It doesn't have to be a lot of space, as long as there's just a little bit of room in the closet or in a dresser drawer within the room. That will be plenty for your guests, and they will be really appreciative of it. Another tip for hosting guests is to make sure you have extra blankets and towels available. You want to have them in their room ahead of time so they don't have to go searching for anything. You never know how someone likes to sleep, and many times you don't realize what your guest room feels like in terms of temperature because you're never sleeping in there yourself. So make sure you have plenty of extra blankets and pillows so your guests can be as comfortable as possible. It's also great to have lots of extra towels because you never know what they're going to need or what they prefer to use. And again, you want them to be as comfortable as they can be. With all of these tips in mind that we've gone through so far, one of the most important that we've saved here towards the end of the list is to plan ahead and write it down. Get yourself a notepad, use the Notes app on your phone, or something where you can keep track of all of your thoughts and all of the steps it's going to take in order to make your hosting successful. This goes for hosting a holiday party or event or hosting guests over the holiday season. Write it all down, and you can check these things off as you go through the list well in advance of everyone arriving. Give yourself plenty of time and make sure you stay organized because it will reduce the stress the day of more than you can imagine. And our last tip for holiday hosting, we took some inspiration from one of our previous holiday prep videos, our tips for finding mindfulness during the holiday season. And that is to find small moments of peace where you can. Yes, this is easier said than done. But when you start to actually make an effort to find these moments to yourself during this busy season, the opportunities will become more apparent. A really easy way to do this is to plan for 5 or 10 minutes every morning to yourself before any of the events happen. Or if you are the one hosting the holiday event, give yourself 5 minutes to sit down, relax, and take some deep breaths before everyone starts walking in the door. This can make such a huge difference for your mental health and your stress level, because we all know with all of the joy and beauty that this season can bring, it can also bring up a lot of stress and anxiety, especially if you are the one doing the hosting. So take some time, make a valiant effort to find some moments of peace to yourself throughout the entire season. You'll thank us for it. We hope you enjoyed our 10 tips for holiday hosting. If you are a veteran holiday host and you have some tips that we didn't share in today's video, please leave them in the comments below so we can all take part in your knowledge for holiday hosting. Again, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for all of the upcoming videos in our 30 Days to Holiday Prep. And we'll see you in tomorrow's video.